It was November 1971. A cold, stormy night. A man in a dark suit and tie walked into Portland International Airport. He carried a briefcase and a one-way ticket to Seattle. On the boarding pass, his name was written as Dan Cooper. He looked like any other business traveler, calm, polite, ordinary. No one knew that within a few hours this man would vanish into the night sky and become one of the greatest mysteries in American history. On Flight 305, he took his seat near the rear of the aircraft. He ordered a bourbon with soda and lit a cigarette. The flight seemed normal. Passengers settled in for the short trip. Then Cooper handed a note to a flight attendant. At first, she slipped it into her pocket without reading. Cooper leaned close and said quietly, "You had better look at that note. I have a bomb." Inside his briefcase, she saw red sticks and wires. Whether it was real or not, it looked convincing. Cooper was calm. He told her exactly what he wanted. $200,000 in cash. For parachutes, fuel truck ready in Seattle. His instructions were passed to the cockpit and then to authorities on the ground. The plane continued toward Seattle. Passengers had no idea what was happening. Cooper sat back and ordered another drink. Witnesses later described him as polite and strangely relaxed. He even offered meals to the crew. He never shouted. He never hurt anyone. He was in complete control. When the plane landed, his demands were weight in the cash. The parachutes, the fuel truck. Cooper allowed the passengers to leave. He kept the crew on board. The plane took off again, heading south. He instructed the pilots to stay low, only 10,000 feet, and to slow down. Then he ordered the rear stairway lowered. Somewhere above the forests of Washington, Cooper tied the money to himself, strapped on a parachute, and jumped into the storm. And just like that, he was gone. What happened after that leap is still unknown. Some believe he was killed instantly. The weather was harsh, the wind strong, and he was wearing only a business suit and dress shoes. Others believe he survived and disappeared into a new life with the stolen fortune. The FBI launched one of the largest investigations in history. Thousands of people were questioned. Hundreds of suspects were named. Not a single trace of Cooper was found. No parachute, no body, no money. For nearly 10 years, the trail was cold. Then, in 1980, a young boy camping near the Columbia River found something buried in the sand. Bundles of old $20 bills still held together by rubber bands. The serial numbers matched the Cooper ransom money. Finally, a clue, but it only raised more questions. How did the money end up so far from the suspected jump zone? Did Cooper drop part of his fortune in the river? Or did someone place it there to confuse investigators? The discovery kept the mystery alive. Suspects came and went. One was Richard Floyd McCoy, who attempted a similar hijacking only months later. He parachuted from a plane with stolen cash but was caught and later killed during an escape attempt. The FBI could not prove he was Cooper. Another was Kenneth Christensen, a former paratrooper and airline employee. Some saw suspicious links, but the evidence was thin. There was also Lynn Doyle Cooper, a man whose relatives claimed he confessed on his deathbed. Again, nothing could be proven. The FBI tested fingerprints. They studied DNA from Cooper's tie. They tracked down anyone who might have spent marked bills. Yet the mystery remained after 45 years. In 2016, the FBI officially closed the case. Cooper had become more myth than man. Even his name is part of the mystery. The media mistakenly called him D.B. Cooper. In truth, he bought his ticket under the name Dan Cooper. That name was also the title of a Canadian comic book about a daring Air Force pilot who parachuted into adventure. Was that a coincidence, or did he choose it on purpose? Think about the image. A man walks onto a plane. He carries no weapon except a briefcase. He tricks the world into giving him a fortune. He leaps into the night, and then silence. No one knows where he went or what became of him. It is not just a crime story. It is a riddle that refuses to be solved. Pause if you are still watching. I want to hear your theory. Did Cooper survive his jump? Or did he die in the wilderness that night? Leave your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy these mysteries, please like this video and subscribe so we can bring you more stories that history tried to hide. What makes this story haunting is the absence of answers. The ransom money never appeared in circulation. No sudden spending. No sign that anyone lived off the stolen cash. It is as if both the man and the money dissolved into the storm. Some experts argue that Cooper was not skilled enough to survive. The conditions were brutal. The terrain was endless forest. He wore no special gear. Others say he must have been a trained paratrooper or pilot because of the way he controlled the hijacking. Every clue both reveals and hides the truth. Witnesses remembered a calm man in his 40s with sharp eyes. Was he ex-military? Was he an ordinary man who wanted to vanish from his old life? Could he be someone who lived quietly among us for decades, smiling in secret at the legend he created? Even now, people search the forests of Washington and Oregon. They dig, they explore, they test old scraps of cloth and metal. None of it has ever been proven to belong to Cooper. Some believe that is exactly what he wanted, to leave us searching forever. One man, one flight, a bag of money, a jump into darkness, and then nothing. D.B. Cooper became more than a hijacker. He became a legend, a ghost who slipped into the sky and never came back. And the question still lingers today. Where is D.B. Cooper? Did he live? Did he die? Or will he always remain a mystery that time refuses to answer? Thank you for joining me in this journey through America's most daring unsolved crime. If you enjoyed this story, explore our other videos where we uncover hidden history, forbidden artifacts, and secrets lost in time. Because history is not just in books, sometimes it hides in shadows.